Now in its third generation, the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe has been totally redesigned in two different versions. So will I be impressed? Let's find out. The Santa Fe now comes in two different sizes. This is the larger size. It's 8.5 inches longer overall with a 3.9 inch longer wheelbase. Also on the larger model, you get 4 fins on the grille up front. Overall, it's a nice shape, and I think it looks smaller than it actually is. Note the dual exhaust for the V6 engine. There's actually 3 different engine combinations for the Santa Fe. The entry level is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. It makes 190 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. That's good for a 0 to 60 time of 8.4 seconds. You can expect 21 miles per gallon in the city and 29 on the highway. The 2-liter turbo produces 264 horsepower, and you should get 20 miles per gallon in the city and 27 on the highway with a 0 to 60 of about 7.5 seconds. This 3.3 liter V6 makes 290 horsepower and 252 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 takes 7.6 seconds. You can expect fuel economy of around 20 in the city and 25 on the highway. Inside, the all-new interior looks pretty polished. The entry-level trim is a bit more basic, but still very nice. You do get a regular key to turn. You get perforated, heated leather seats, and note the stitching on the side. A nice touch. The headrests are very impressive on the Santa Fe. You can move them forward or backwards and up and down. Very innovative. The armrest / storage comes with a tray that you can move, and inside the storage is pretty deep. Moving forward, you get 2 cup holders. There's your controls for the heated seats, 6-speed automatic transmission with an auto shift mode too. There's your audio hookups, USB, plus 2 chargers. Nice touch. Moving up to the dual zone climate control, very easy to use, simply laid out. And on up to the infotainment screen here. I think they took maybe a styling cue from Infiniti. It's a nice layout, and it's a nice large screen too. On the steering wheel, you have controls for your radio, also Bluetooth, and cruise control. Moving down here, that's where you get to control these menus right in front of you. Give you some useful information there. And then there's actually another one on top here that gives you even more information. It seems that Hyundai's really thought of everything. You even have a way to adjust the steering feel. There's a sport mode, comfort, or just normal. And it really works. You can feel the difference when you're driving. Just to the left of the steering wheel, you have controls for the hill descent assist. That one helps with engine braking, so you don't have to worry about it when going down the hill. And you can tow up to 5,000 pounds in any Hyundai Santa Fe. So that's an important feature right there. You also have an active eco mode right there, heated steering wheel, differential lock. Really, they've thought of everything. There's a bit of a two-tone look going on, and you get a nice feel on the dash. Good quality stuff they used. And I really like the instrument cluster here. So the main differences from the Highline Santa Fe is basically the infotainment screen and also the center cluster of gauges right here. Overall, I think the interior is excellent, and you've got this great panoramic sunroof, which goes the full length too. A very nice touch. This being the limited edition, you get heated seats and 2 captain's chairs, so seating for 6 overall. But a very nice feature is that this seat back here will either fold forward or backwards, and it also reclines too. Plus, if you happen to have kids back here, well, they'll slide forward too, so that you can give baby a pacifier or even a toy. The GLS version has seating for 7, with 3 across in the middle row. Hyundai really went to great lengths to make sure that the 2 rear seats were actually usable too. You even get your own ventilation control in the 3rd row. So just to open the auto liftgate, you press here and watch it go up. Another cool thing is that you can program it to stop at a certain height. Let's say that your garage is short, or you're short, well, you can adjust the height. Very nice touch there. In terms of storage, pretty good, even with the third row up. Another nice thing back here is you actually have a regular outlet in case you're towing, and you could even use it to charge a phone if you're in the back seat too. Of course, the second and third row seats can be collapsed if you need more room, and you do get quite a lot of room when you do it. So pricing for the three different levels of the Santa Fe starts at $24,700 and goes all the way to $38,000. Now, if you want the V6, that starts at $28,350. All-wheel drive is a $1,750 option any way you want it. Now, you can equip it 24 different possible build ways. So there's a lot of choice here, and I like that because if you want the entry level, just want to spend under $25K, that's fine. If you want all the bells and whistles, well, $38,000. So there's a broad range there, 24 different types. Good job, Hyundai, giving the public what they want. Now, another great thing about Hyundai is that their warranty is the best in the business. No one's offering a warranty of 100,000 miles these days. You also get roadside assistance, and you also get Blue Link, which is basically like GM's OnStar, so you're always in touch in case of an emergency. And of course, you can hook up your smarter iPhone and have great connectivity with the web as well. Now, there's certainly a lot of competition out there in the midsize SUV market, but I think that Hyundai brings enough to the table to make themselves stand out. Number one, it's totally redesigned. I think it's a very pleasing looking car. The interior, the finishes feel nice, and I think they've done a really nice job with it overall. Another thing that really makes it stand out is the different configurations, of course. Those captain chairs back there, they're really nice. You know, you can, if you have a child and they need some attention, well, you can slide the seats forward and take care of them. You know, they seem to have thought of everything, even for towing. Every single one of these will tow up to 5,000 pounds, and that's pretty impressive. You do get a very commanding view of the road with this nice high seating position in the Santa Fe, and that's one of the reasons why people drive SUVs in the first place. Equipped with all-wheel drive and a differential lock, Santa Fe feels pretty competent off-road. Nice high ground clearance too. Well, with this high center of gravity, taking turns is certainly not the Santa Fe's forte, but it does hold the road pretty well, and with all-wheel drive you do get a bit of added security. It also, of course, has traction control to make sure that you stay the course. The V6 is somewhat peppy, but it's not a real screamer. This is, of course, a large SUV, and it does get a little raspy when you really press it, and you can shift it manually, which is a nice touch. But again, it's a mid-size SUV and not a sports car. So I've been driving the back roads of Virginia, Skyline Drive, right near Jefferson's Monticello, and I've got to say, just like Jefferson was an innovator for his time, I think that Hyundai has done a great job with the Santa Fe here. They've really looked at what every other manufacturer is offering and said, hey, this works really well, this doesn't work really well, and all in all, they've combined all the great points and they've made it their own in the Santa Fe. And the fact that you can choose 24 different body build styles is just incredible. All-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, you name it, it's got it. 5-passenger, 6-passenger, 7-passenger. So this is a very versatile car, and I think that Hyundai has really, really done very well with it. And I think you're gonna like it. I'm Drivin' Ivan Katz.